Well, good afternoon and welcome to our LegalShield agent overview. My name is Kelly Rowe. I am one of the regional directors for our licensed agent division. I'm also joined by our liaison at our home office, Miss Kelly Pickens. She will be monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions during our presentation, please feel free to reach out. Just excited that you're taking the time to be with us today. It'll be a short but impactful and informational webinar just to let you know, again, why adding LegalShield and IDShield, partnering with us, providing a shield for your clients, your employees and their employees, right? So your small businesses, and so we're just excited that you're here. Again, let me dive right into it. Now more than ever, we are seeing more and more insurance professionals adding our products to their portfolio. And why is that? Just a couple points. One of it, hey, identity theft is absolutely top of mind, right? There have been thousands of breaches that have already happened, this year, last year. I mean, the numbers continue to grow. And so our clients, whether they're their individual clients, business clients, your group clients, are absolutely looking for the best solution. And I think once you see what our plan has to offer, you will know that we can definitely deliver in that area. Also, whether you're a life insurance, Medicare, health insurance, in the group employee space, our clients need help with their estate planning, right? Getting their wills, living wills, healthcare power of attorney, financial power of attorney. I actually just included and completed all those documents for my son this week, right? 18 years old, heading off to college. Very important that as parents, not just for ourselves to have these documents done, but for our, older children. And just the idea of adding value to your clients, right? To all your contacts. Our plans are just hitting the mainstream. We're asked for, we're needed more than ever. And why not add that value to your portfolio? Win-win situation, right? Grow your benefits offerings, grow your commissions and renewals, and again protect the relationship, right, from potential competitors. Again, our plans are being heard about, right? And so you're the trusted advisor for your clients. You should be the ones introducing it to them. It fits so well with any other insurance products, any other lines that you're offering. And again, just increasing income and residuals. Again, we want you to be the one to introduce it, right? So incredible value add. And we want to add a great way to prospect new clients. Many of our new licensed agent partners that we talk to realize that, some of the other insurance product lines are more familiar to families and individuals and to business owners. And our products, right? A legal protection, access to top quality identity theft protection is a great way to open the door. And those of you, we know many of you are joining and you're in the employee benefit space, many other products that you're representing, you cannot do any kind of off-cycle enrollments, and we can help you do that. Again, adding value to your clients, adding business during the off-cycle, right? Throughout the entire year. We love the fact that we are a solution for instant value. You will see with some of my examples that we are helping families and individuals with everyday life situations, right? From, disputes with our mortgage company to our homeowners insurance to landlords and, auto repair shops, any consumer issues, we're there to help. Very, very simple administration in our enrollment process for both individuals and your group clients. Again, we try to make it simple and easy to add us. And so let me just talk a little bit about our two product lines, right? So we have individual, our family, we kind of say our non-group pricing. Again, very competitive. We have a basic, preferred, and premium, kind of a good, better, best offering. $29.95, $37.95, and $49.95. Again, very competitive for entire family. The way our legal plans are set up is it is the same price, whether it is an individual and spouse, or the entire family. And then if you look, we're very excited that when we can bring our plans into a group, the prices are significantly reduced. So you see, again, three offerings, not really the good, better, best. Again, here, just for different circumstances, we want to fit that business needs the best that we can and be a perfect fit with what their company and their employees need. Again, we have our choice plan at $21.95, our select plan at $20.95, and then our most robust select plus at $24.95. So again, almost a, 40-50% savings when we're able to offer this to our group clients. And I'd also like to venture and say many of us in the individual space, a lot of our clients, we might be selling them an individual product line, but they are business owners. And so really great that we have another solution for them. And so all tiers of our legal plans cover the following: legal advice, consultation on an unlimited number of personal legal issues. That's why LegalShield was started, right? We just recently had our 53-year anniversary of providing peace of mind, right? Providing access to the legal system where honestly, many of us were priced out of the legal system without a service like ours. When attorneys are $300, $400, $500 an hour or more, our business clients are spending even more than that to just get those questions answered. This portion alone brings great value so that our clients can now be proactive, can use attorneys as a resource as they were intended. And then I love the fact that our attorneys are going to take action on our behalf in the form of writing letters, making phone calls to those third parties. Again, I had a very, in the sense would seem like a very small dispute, $147. I was traveling for a group enrollment about 4 hours from my home, had to get a hotel, reserved it through one of the online services. And when I got there, it was very apparent that they were out of business. I was honestly afraid to get out of the car. I mean, broken down cars, broken down bikes, plastic in the windows. I mean, it did not look like anything, on the website. And I just thought, like many of us would think, hey, this is going to be easy to get a refund. Obviously, this was a mistake. This property should not have even been on their website. Well, of course, I called the company and that wasn't their policy. And so right away, I think, okay, don't stress, right? I have my Legal Shield plan. I will have my, I'll contact my attorney, see what we can do. And that's exactly what happened. And they wrote a letter. So I think we have to realize that for a $147 problem, it would have been very cost prohibitive to use an attorney outside of our system. But within our system, we like to say it doesn't matter how big or small the issue, we can contact our law firms. And the contract and document review, we're all signing contracts and documents, and it can be very, very expensive to have an attorney review those before we sign them. But it's so important to make sure that we're covered, right? Those contracts are created by an attorney, just not ours, right? And so for our clients, again, if you're in the P&C space, if you're, selling auto insurance or homeowners insurance, I get many of my clients talk to me about homeowner disputes, just where maybe a problem with the HOA, maybe a problem with the condo board, something that they just want to know, is this correct? I feel like my rights are being violated. Let me talk to an attorney. But having those contracts reviewed, especially for our homeowners, we know that many times they're having repairs done, they're having, appliances, windows replaced. Again, times when they are signing contracts, and now this is a powerful part to the plan. And I mentioned that getting our wills prepared, living wills, power of attorneys, getting our whole estate documents, even our higher plans include trust at a flat rate. Something that we know that we're advising our clients to do anyway. Sending them the traditional route is going to be thousands of dollars. So this portion alone really gets the attention of many of our family and our prospects. We know driving, right? Whether there's teenage drivers, kids in college, whether we're just trying to keep the points off our license. Again, very important because if the rates go up and you're the one that was offering that auto insurance, they're going to shop around, even though it had nothing to do with us as their insurance agent, but they're going to shop around. So whether it's tickets, accidents, and the best part about everything in our plan is that it's completely nationwide. So, we might have those clients that have relationships locally, but when they travel, maybe they're traveling for business, maybe they're traveling for personal, they're landing and getting in a rent-a-car, all of a sudden those relationships that they have back home can't help them in that situation, but we can. Additional features available. We know family law coverage is so important. Uncontested, divorce, separation, name change, adoption. Very useful everyday issues that can come up for families. We can save them money there. We have trial defense, meaning if they're ever named in a lawsuit, I kind of call it our Sue savings account, hours in the bank just in case. IRS audit coverage. We know that that can be a scary time for our clients. Imagine having time in the bank with tax attorneys to help through that. The 24/7 access. Life happens nights and weekends. I think we'd all agree with that. And, again, if you're in the employee benefit space, I love when I can talk to my clients that they have employees working 24/7. Maybe they're in the medical field or they're in the hospitality field. And knowing that their employees can access their law firms anytime emergency situations happen, very important part. And then nothing is excluded from our plans. We say that if it's not covered at 100%, our members are going to receive a discounted rate for, again, anything. Could be those once in a lifetime situations, maybe a bankruptcy, maybe a DUI, but it's nice to be able to tell our clients nothing is excluded. It just depends where it's going to be covered. I mentioned a little bit about our small businesses. We are really one of the only companies that can offer this comprehensive protection for the business entity itself. What does that mean? Our small business clients, our large business clients, right? It really doesn't matter how large they are. They get to decide. We have a 3-tier program, Essentials at $49 a month, our Plus plan, most popular at $99 a month, and our Pro plan at $169 a month. And just to give you a tremendous example, just a couple months ago, I have a client out in Texas that I was referred to, and he needed to do trademarks, some copyright issues, and was referred to us. With our $169 plan, for example, that first trademark copyright is done included in the plan, no additional cost. And each additional are only a flat $250. A tremendous savings. They were quoted about $3,000 with another outside attorney. And so you can see that right there with just that one part of the plan, they saved almost $12,000. So when we can help our business clients have access to consultation, contract review, letters written, debt collection letters, lawsuit protection. It's just a very, very powerful plan. And, when we think about the premiums being higher, our compensation is going to be higher, right? So we can open the door with our small business clients. They have employees. We can also offer our group rates to their employees. Let's talk about identity theft. I don't think I have to do too much, but just looking at the news every day, we see that the breaches are really at an all-time high. It's very, very scary. And unfortunately, there are a lot of identity theft carriers that jumped into identity theft protection just because there was money to be made. But when you dive deep into their coverage, it's very limited. And our clients deserve better, right? And that's what we can do. We are that solution. IDShield, we're award winning. We are constantly winning the cybersecurity awards. We're being, featured by Forbes as one of the top protection. And so when we look at our mobile app here, right, both of our plans are very easy access through our mobile app or through our member portal that is web-based. So from a laptop, from a desktop, from an iPad, they can access all their features. Real-time monitoring. We hear about this with any identity theft protection, monitoring really is the first step. It's where we can find out what's going on. Early detection is the key. Mitigate the damages, right? Privacy and security monitoring. We have the most robust coverage in that area. Reputation management and score. We know that now more than ever, our clients, prospects, anybody that we're trying to do business with, even volunteering at our kids' school, they're looking at our social media accounts. We need to make sure that everything there is what we would want them to see. We partnered with Trend Micro, so now we have the VPN, we have the maximum security systems, the malware, we have a password manager. And I just want to point out that I think we realize that a lot of our clients have employees working remotely. That VPN protection is needed now more than ever as their employees are working on sensitive information from their homes, from public Wi-Fi's. So just a great feature. But what really sets us apart from any other identity theft plan out there is full service identity restoration. What does that mean? That just means that we have partnered with licensed private investigators. They do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. We sign that limited power of attorney. Our clients are not dealing with this during business hours. I mean, statistics show it can be very costly and take hours and hours, almost like another full-time job just to fix our identity theft problems. And, let's just face it, the criminals are getting very creative. Unfortunately, they're, intelligent the way that they're doing this. And so we need the experts to fix it. And that's what our licensed private investigators can do. They are the experts. And we've added a $3 million identity fraud protection plan. Most of the time, our investigators can eliminate any financial losses, but just in case, our clients have this ability to put in a claim for any losses at all. Our identity theft portion, we do have a couple tiers. We do have individual and family coverage, and we have 1 or 3 credit bureau monitoring options. And so let me just go over the pricing again. I think once you see the pricing, it will make a lot of sense. Our IDShield coverage for that individual coverage is only $14.95. In the employee benefit space, those group rates drop significantly to only $9.95. I can tell you for our clients to have an individual plan for under $10 is phenomenal compared to what the rates are out there. That individual 3 bureau coverage, so if they'd like to have all 3 credit bureaus being monitored, only $19.95 on a non-group, $13.95 group. And then this family coverage, absolutely incredible. $29.95 drops down to $18.95 in a group setting. 3 bureau, which we don't see as often in the group setting. We know those of you in the employee benefit space know that every dollar counts for those employees when things are coming out of their paycheck or as a direct bill. And so that 1 bureau coverage is usually what we opt for. But we can see that for the most robust coverage, $34.95 reduces $10 in the group space to only $24.95. And let's look at our group pricing for our legal plans. Legal only, $18.95. We can start that low depending on the number of employees, up to $24.95. You remember those reduced rates for our identity theft plans. And so there's no bundled discount in the individual space, but when there is a bundled legal and family IDShield, there are additional bundled discounts. So again, it's very affordable, and that's why we see very high participation. I just want to quickly highlight the plans that are offered in the employee benefit space. We have our choice plan that is being offered as a payroll, even a direct bill with those same discounts. And if the employer would like to contribute any amount or 100% towards a plan offering, that can be the choice plan. One of the major things to look at is the group. How many employees do they have, right? So groups can offer the choice plan if they have between 2 and 99 employees. Groups of 100 plus, if they need to look at the choice plan, they can be, there is some special approval there. No contract is required. And the one thing we love about our choice options is that it's true evergreen. That just means that employees can enroll and drop at any time throughout the year, not just during their open enrollment time. As opposed to if we look at our Select and Select Plus, those are also payroll deduction or employer paid, but this self-pay, the direct bill option is not there for our Select and Select Plus plans. These plans can be offered to groups of 25 or more. So I think we can see that our choice plan is there. Absolutely, it's the only plan for our clients with under 25 employees. And once we get over 25, we can look at the different features and see what would best fit. Whatever plans are being offered are decided at that employer level. So we would look at what's best, talk to the HR team, the owners, the C-level execs, and know which plan is going to be offered. There is a 4-year contract that is included with these plans. What that does is just really guarantee that pricing. Our clients love to see that. If they would like a modified open enrollment option, meaning that they want to have enrollments evergreen, there is just an additional charge, but our clients would have that option. And we look at where the company is headquartered. And if they are headquartered in New York or Nevada, there's just some ERISA paperwork that's needed. And here are the incredible discounts for those companies. So we can see that no matter across the board how many employees they have, choice plan is only $21.95. Again, special approval is needed for groups over 100, but you can see that's very competitive rates. When we look into our select plan for those 25 and over, starting at $20.95, and the more employees, the lower the rate, which many companies like to see that, right? And we like to be able to offer that to our clients. And then our Select Plus at that $24.95, incredible features there for that price. $23.95 larger, and for that 500 employees or higher, it drops all the way down to $22.95. Also, what we love to offer, and what I love to talk to my clients about, is we have partnered with PerkSpot, one of the largest discount programs in the country, and we can offer this included at no additional cost to any of our members. There are just hundreds of companies included in this. We see, gosh, an average of about $49 savings for most of our clients. So they're actually saving more, right? They're saving more than what their premiums actually cost. And our license agent program, all you need is an active insurance license. It doesn't matter if you're contracted in these states for your other product lines, but there are a couple states that still require, as we kind of call a legal expense agent, but you have no territory restrictions, and the commissions you're actually starting at 3 times higher than our non-licensed agents, right? And there are some options for higher commission levels, and we do have the ability that if we're writing larger clients, increase commissions. So how do we get paid at LegalShield? Our commissions are very lucrative. We get residuals, renewals for the life of the membership, and we also have the ability to build an organization where, just like your agency, maybe you're recruiting other licensed agents for your other product lines, you can also do that here with LegalShield. We have many incentives in place, from cash bonuses to trips. And just briefly, I wanted to show you a compensation example. This is that one of our most popular dual plan with the legal and identity theft in the employee benefit setting. You see that starting commission, as I said, is much higher than our non-licensed agents, where they begin 28.12%. So let's just say that 28% comp based on what you're marketing. Here's a great example that, let's say you present to a company, one of your clients has about 60 employees. Half of them decide to participate, which again is something that we do see, high participation at that 36.9, at the $36.90 dual plan, that 124.52, multiply that by the 30 plans, that's almost a $4,000 commission. Second year, 747, third year and beyond, $373, right? So again, as long as those plans stay on the books, second year is higher, and then the third year we're getting the comp is basically 10% of what that first year. And remember, those business plans have higher premiums, higher comp, right? So very, very lucrative. Again, we have incentives in place. Those first ever grouped open, right? So if you're in the employee benefit space or you're not, you have clients that have employees, we can help you not only earn those great commissions, but earn these bonuses anywhere from $300 to $2,000. We do have a summer incentive that was going on. We constantly have incentives going on. So we just want to let you know that we appreciate your partnership, and we definitely appreciate your production and want to reward that. Again, there's no limits on production. Commissions are paid very quickly. We know that other product lines can take 30, 60, 90 days to pay. We pay very quickly, quick turnaround. We have a lot of training and a lot of support. You can even partner with whoever invited you to this webinar is probably a more experienced LegalShield associate with us, and they can help you launch even quicker. Again, no quotas, no territory restrictions. So wherever your prospects are, wherever your contacts are, you have opportunity with our plans. And we do provide a complimentary marketing site for your individual clients. So we make it, again, no paperwork, very simple. In the group space, we can mirror whatever you're already doing. We have admin sites. We can do anything electronic. We have, enrollment sites designed for our clients. So again, very simple. We can go into all those details as you're getting contracted with us and those next steps. But before we just kind of wrap it up, I would love for you to meet our Vice President of Business Solutions over our licensed agent division. We get to work with him on a daily basis. He's there to help with his expertise for all our licensed agent partners. So Ted, thank you for joining us today, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate it, and fantastic overview that you provided us. Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to learn more about our company, our division, and more importantly, our products and services that we can offer your individual household accounts and your benefit accounts, your employer group accounts. I've been with LegalShield a little over 6 years now, and my primary focus is growing our licensed agent division and providing the correct tools, resources, and marketing material to newly appointed licensed agents so you can grow your books of business and also continue to secure your book of business. I've spent 30 years prior to LegalShield at MetLife working with a variety of independent agents and captive licensed agents, anywhere from selling auto and home products, life and financial services products, to large benefitable corporations and working with their brokers and platforms. So I'm confident in what we have to offer here today, but the first step is what you're doing right now, assessing the opportunity, hearing from Kelly talk about some of the experiences that she's had out there with the plans and the products and the processes that we're offering to grow your businesses. I certainly recognize the fact that for those of you in more of the personal line space or individual life clients, it's a very heavy, intensive service industry, meaning people are constantly calling you to make changes, additions, claims, and so forth. And our products fit so nicely during those conversations because I know many of you know better than anybody, the law is woven through virtually every aspect, every line of an insurance contract, and I'm confident with what we have to offer based on our legal plans as well as our identity theft protection plan. We have something to insulate those individual households and those businesses. It's certainly very difficult to acquire new customers, and it's as equally important to retain new customers and existing customers, and that's why our plans fit so nicely. It's a nice wrapper around that individual household or within that employer group, in addition to their core benefits, the life, the dental, the disability, the medical, legal, and identity theft fit right at the top of the voluntary benefits. And it ensures the employers their employees are more focused at work because, if we have a legal issue going on, it's something that you're trying to quarterback during the day, look for attorneys, setting appointments, and so forth. But with our plans and our process and our provider network, I'm extremely confident that we can help solve that and make people more efficient in the workplace and, more importantly, protect them and their rights. So I hope you feel that you've tuned into the right 30 minutes here on a Friday, and you do take that next step. And that next step is becoming appointed with our organization. And you have an example here, one of our top sellers out there who's a licensed agent and a corporate leader, Miss Kelly Rowe. We have two other individuals out there based on where you are in the country. Rachel Lawton handles our central states, and Mr. Steve Remmel, our western states. And you see Kelly Pickett's name on here, who's part of our operations and support within our home office. So again, thank you all for being here. We're coming up on the bottom of the hour, so I'm going to turn it over to you, Kelly, to close this out. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Ted, and
You're
wonderful
welcome.
comments. Again, your extensive experience, you really bring a lot to our whole division. And so, as Ted mentioned, we're here giving you the overview, but we want you, get back to the agent or associate that invited you onto the webinar. Our contracting process is very, very simple. So we can do that. And maybe, many of you might have heard about the coverages and you think, hey, maybe I need this for myself personal, for my business. And that'll be a good way to see how our plans work. So absolutely get contracted, enroll in our services if it seems like a good fit. And then once you're contracted, we're going to help you with great materials, that free marketing site. We have even some templates that are all ready to go for you just to inform your clients that, hey, I've expanded my portfolio and now I'm offering legal and identity theft protection. And then we hope that you will see how easy it will be to have those conversations, as Ted mentioned, with your clients when you're servicing them. And then for any prospective clients, just having that PDF, in your conversations, right? Readily available. And so thank you so much again for taking time today. After next month will be 28 years. I've been building my book of business with LegalShield. I'm more excited today. We're seeing clients that need us more today. I'm seeing more and more participation with any of my employer groups that I get in front of. And so we think that the time is perfect and we really look forward to partnering with you in the future. So thanks again for joining. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.